land in the palm of my hand. That little flex wanna play by the coast. Carry the torch, I'm way up, it's litty wherever we float. I came from the cold, used to rest on the floor and stitch up my wounds, was born a soldier. Flipping the struggle, I'm taking it worldwide. Hold it down when you talk to me. Say it is what it's supposed to be. Say it loud, but I mean it too, yeah. Talk that good when you talk to me. Say it nice and I give it to you. You know my word is bond, yeah. What we on now is wild, shit a trip, yeah. Life is slid, take a breath, that's it. Now it's wild, it's shit a trip. Life is litty, shit a gift.
What up? Welcome to Good Vibes Television. That's right, Gvtv, for another fun-filled week. I am one of your hosts. My name is RL, and I am once again here with the lovely Savvy E. And to our partner in crime, who stays in trouble, Mr. DJ PRS1. What's good, guys?
What's up?
Same old, you know, Caucasian man got his foot on my neck, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to make it through another day.
That bald bastard.
Savvy, what's good with you?
Just taking one day at a time. Trying to stay woke, really, because I was falling asleep. You know, my bedtime is like 9 o'clock these days. I can't even stay woke. It's sad. Because you don't have no light. So.
I thought you had them good meds.
You said the what?
I thought you had them good meds.
Oh, yeah, that's why I'm in the bed at 9 o'clock. I'm going to take it as soon as I get off and be all hot up, and by 9 o'clock, it's done.
He's talking about, you know, the kind that Dr. Menis prescribes. Medicine penis.
No. But if y'all know somebody that want to be my Valentine, I'm taking
Hey, so Valentine's Day is like what, 4 or 5 days?
Yeah.
Is y'all doing anything special for Valentine's Day?
Get a bottle of wine and cry. My tears in the cup. Yeah.
Yeah. I got plans to work.
I don't know about that, but we'll see. You might. I ain't gonna mess with you on that. If you show up, you show up.
If I like candles in there, we're gonna have a cold red.
But you know what though? You know, working Valentine's Day and when you're on the 12 to 8 shift, that is like the wildest shit ever. Like, cause it's like, do I still go in? Cause if my night go as planned, do I leave her to go to work, or do I stay and enjoy the rest of the night? You know what I mean?
Right.
That's all. But if the evening is fucked up, then you can't wait to get to fucking work that night. You know, because it was all messed up. So, you know, hit or miss on Valentine's Day when you work 12 to 8.
Right.
You know, unless you got a work wife, then you can go to work at 12 to 8 and have Valentine's Day at 2:30 when y'all take your lunch break.
Right.
Go in the bathroom somewhere and get kinky.
Wings low.
Oh,
Lord. Lizzo got a work wife?
Yeah.
Yes, he does.
Yes, he does.
That's what happens when you lose all that weight being there, working out. Like Arnold was a nigga.
I don't think she's the work. That's not the work husband, but
no.
I think it's only one hand clapping at this point.
He's
so
the work
I had
stalker.
A work husband, but he gone. Poor thing. He used to treat me real nice too. I miss him.
Damn.
And work husband works, but I had a work wife, and it was cool. It was cool for a while, like for a long time, for about 6 or 7 months, when I was working in the jail, and she was cool, and then you know.
You say when you was working in the jail?
Yeah, she was a CEO. It wasn't no man.
Oh, I was going to say, was she a landlord or a tenant?
There was no inmate. But that shit fizzled, man. And you know, when it fizzled bad, man.
So what happened? Like what happened? What you do to make her mad? Because I know it was you. You probably did something.
No, so I'm gonna tell you this. This the trippy part about it, right? It's the trippy part. So I was good. I was cool. She had been lying. Well, she haven't been truthful about her sexuality. She was actually bisexual, but she was really a lesbian.
Oh.
And
so you both had work wives.
Say what?
So you both had work wives.
Yeah, and I didn't know that. Well, yeah, I didn't know that. See how it's a long story. They're gonna go into it, but she went ahead and was still seeing the other girl on the side. And I asked, I said, everybody think you're gay, and she was like, "Well, you know the truth." Because I'm like, yo, I'm knocking it down like every other night. So I don't know when she got time to eat coffee because she was on this soul pool every other night. So I don't know what happened. When she had time to munch on some coffee, but she obviously made time, and it got to me. I was like, I can't compete with you, her, treat you, getting them special. Look, I admit I do the what's it called, fellatio, but I can't compete with no woman. I
don't understand why men feel so threatened with a woman and a woman. I mean, my just opinion, because I'm not that way. But I'm just saying, like, that wouldn't do nothing for me. That would just make me mad. Like, because now I want the real thing.
Look, hey. What? Let me see.
So I got a question.
Yeah.
I got a question. So why do y'all call it carpet munching and not grass munching?
Read that. I'm going to change your words.
What?
Say it again.
I said, why do y'all call it carpet munching instead of grass munching?
Oh, because usually the snappy nappy dugout is exactly what it sounds, nappy, and it's rough. So it's just like carpet. Grass is pretty. Grass is pretty. A lot of these mattress or carpet places, they just a little rough. It's a little rough. Get up in the nose. It is what it is. I mean, if you're somebody that enjoys carpet, it's carpet. If you like grass, I guess you can, call it grass.
So do y'all like it clean, or do y'all like a little bit, or do y'all like it hairy? Like, because
So, it depends. It really depends on. I don't mind hair. So I don't mind if it's trimmed and it's nice and neat. I don't do the 70s bush. I don't do that. The old they don't shave, and there's no such thing as a bikini line. It's just like bush. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that.
You can braid it and plait it and stuff.
Yeah, I can't. If you can plait your vagina hair, there's a problem.
So, do y'all shave? Like, do y'all shave?
I got to stay nice and trim. And let me tell you something. So this is going to trip y'all out, right? So I didn't start grooming myself till I was like 24. And a young lady said something to me. And I was like, I guess that do make sense. So I started grooming myself and paying attention to that area, right? So about 3 months ago, I hear my clippers going off in the bathroom, right?
Okay.
So I'm paying this shit no mind. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Who's using my clippers, right? My son is freaking grooming himself with my damn clippers.
Oh.
I'm just looking at him. I'm like, yo, I said, what are you shaving? What hair are you cutting? And he told me, and I'm like, dude, I know you ain't using my clippers.
Wow.
And he was using my clippers, and I'm like, man, this dude here. But I'm trying to figure out at 17, why are you trimming your shit? What girl had paid attention to you and told you that you need something? So I already know some young lady probably told him he has too much hair. Mm-hmm. And so he came home and probably tried to rectify the problem. And so not only my son...
For a couple of days, your face was smelling like your son's nuts.
Hey, because I don't know how many times he did it. So yeah, my face was probably smelling like his nuts. You're right. And I ain't even know.
Manscaped for the win. Yo, yes, he's betraying.
Manscaped for the women.
Nah, man,
my Lord.
You know, but it is what it is. You know, I mean, I knew he wasn't a virgin.
Bald chinny.
You know, like I said, I knew he wasn't a virgin. I just didn't know what kind of, because kids having sex, they really don't know what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Because I was a kid, I didn't know what I was doing. I was just going through the motions. But now that I know he out here, he ain't just having sex. He having young ladies service him. You know, I feel like Boosie. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. You know, I should take him out and get him a stripper or something.
That just reminds me of that scene off of Waiting to Exhale, where she walks into the pool room and caught the little girl. Going to town on the sun.
Yeah.
He was there. You in here and you got some little white girl sucking on your ding-a-ling.
I haven't. Thank God. You know, I have not walked in on my son, you know, having sex in our house. And I'm gonna tell you, this may make me a bad parent. But I tell him, other little girls he's dating, I said, man, don't bring them in here and have sex. If their parents don't keep an eye on them and they won't let you up in the house, by all means, but don't do it in this house.
Right.
I always tell them, remember, you know, you're dating a young lady, she possibly have, you know, her father or her stepfather or somebody there. So by you being up in that house, if you get caught, you gotta think. You know, he can probably whoop your ass. So don't run to me talking about daddy, this man put his hands on me. And I said, what did he cut you for? What did he beat you up for? And you tell me, well, I was having sex with his daughter. I'm gonna say, you better take that L. I'm not going over there and fight that man because you was jumping up and down on his daughter's bones. So, but I encourage him to do it in her house.
Mm.
Now he did have an adventure in his mother's house, but I mean, like I told him, that's her house, not my house.
Hmm.
So, you know, gave him a high five and told him don't get caught again.
So why is it so different for when young guys conquer out in their world, but then your daughter? Like, what is the difference?
Because I don't need my daughter starting having sex at 14 and 15 and putting 100,000 miles on her coochie by the time she's 30. You know, it is what it is.
Have they ever walked in on you? For some reason, I feel like that's both traumatic and a rite of passage.
Nah, that's one thing we make sure that don't happen. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want them to, because I'm not going to stop.
When I was younger, my room was right next to my mother's, and it was a adjoining door, right? Mm-hmm. So you would think, and my bed was right next to the adjoining door. So if I get out my bed and turn right away, I'll be right in their room. Mm-hmm. And you would think that when they was get ready to do that, they would come and shut the door. Nah. So one night I got up to go to the bathroom, and it was, dark. So I couldn't find my battery, so I turned around, and when I turned around, I was standing in the doorway watching them. And I was so, I wasn't scared, but I didn't want them to hear me, so I stood there. Just stood there and watched. Right.
You stood there and watched.
Like, oh my God, if I move, they're going to hear me. So then I calmly backed up and laid back in the bed, didn't even go to the bathroom. My mother and father is not alive today, and they don't even know I saw them because I never told them. But when you say, you be like, Lord, that's how it looked. That looked rough. Because I was like 7 years old.
Was they wrestling?
No, I knew what they were doing. I was just like, Lord, that looked painful.
They were doing the ippity dippity. They were doing the hip twister.
Right. So when I was about 10, now that happened when I was 7. When I was about 10, I was on my grandmother's house, and my cousin.
I thought Granny was at it.
And she, took me to my grandmother's room, and she was like, "Listen to this," and she made me put my ear to the door. A grandmother and her boyfriend there getting busy for sexual healing. I never was in my grandmother's room this time.
Your grandma was in there freaking?
Freaking to sexual healing.
To sexual healing.
I said, Lord, y'all gonna traumatize me.
Man, grandma, she probably had them pantyhose, them individual pantyhose. You know, it probably would roll down past the knee a little bit.
Savvy and never listen to Marvin Gaye again.
Right. That song give me I get flashbacks. Like, no. Right.
While he was hitting from the back, he was rubbing on her waist.
Wait a minute, and then she was going, "Oh, Jimmy!" Like I fell out. I couldn't do it. I was like, and she called his name.
Oh, Jimmy.
Oh, Jimmy.
Oh, Jimmy. Good Lord, have mercy.
I said I could not. And my cousin thought that was the funniest thing.
She probably had one hand on Jimmy's back and the other hand on like Genesis chapter 4 verses 3 to 9.
Oh my Lord.
I call it for Jesus. Jesus can't help you in the position you.
Terrible.
So what are we talking about tonight, y'all?
I guess we're talking about old Whoop.
We're talking about Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah.
My girl Whoopi. I'm glad we talking about Whoopi because I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think Whoopi did anything fucking wrong.
No, and a lot of people don't. A lot of people, I've seen a lot of comments, and a lot of celebrities don't think she did it or said anything wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think it probably had a lot to do with that. I don't know all their names, but the one with the glasses, I think she got like curly hair, the white lady. I think
you're talking about the chick from Roseanne?
No, not the one from Roseanne. The other one. What is her name?
Karen?
Is it Karen? She wear glasses? Did you say stop?
No, he's just saying Karen.
Oh, well, whatever her name is, because she seemed like the one. She seemed like a Karen. She seemed like she could say whatever she wants, but she don't like when people, say things that's not right for her. Because I think she was one of the ones that caught that attitude.
But I think once she one that started, you know what? I got the clip though. We can run the clip.
Run that being clip.
Yeah. So for you guys who don't know what we're talking about, this was. Let me run the short clip real quick.
Whoopi Goldberg has been suspended for 2 weeks from The View, following this controversial comment she made on Monday's episode.
And let's be truthful about it, because the Holocaust isn't about race. It's about man's inhumanity to man.
E.T. can confirm that the 66-year-old co-host will not appear on the daytime talk show effective immediately. In light of her suspension, Kim Godwin, president of ABC News, released this statement, quote, "I am suspending Whoopi Goldberg for 2 weeks for her wrong and hurtful comments. While Whoopi has apologized, I've asked her to take time to reflect and learn about the impact of her comments." Ahead of releasing that statement, Godwin sent a note to ABC staffers regarding Whoopi's comments that read in part, quote, "The culture at ABC News is one that is driven, kind, inclusive, respectful, and transparent. Whoopi's comments do not align with those values."
The truth of the matter is, we are all adults and we know how to behave at a table.
Just hours before ABC announced the suspension, former The View co-host Meghan McCain spoke out against how the show handled Whoopi's comments. In a column for DailyMail.com, Meghan wrote, quote, "Instead of apologies and bringing in experts in the anti-Semitism space, maybe dedicate an entire Hot Topic segment to discussing why what was said was so deeply offensive and dangerous." Meghan added that in the world of media, there are people who will never face the same ramifications and repercussions that others will. Writing, quote, "There's a double, triple, and even quadruple standard if you are conservative." Meghan noted on Twitter that she hates commenting on her old employer because she has moved on, but that she's an activist against anti-Semitism, and it's a big part of her life. For context, here is the topic that led to Whoopi's comments.
And if you take
Oh, crap.
Yeah. So it's the one I'm talking about was the one in the middle with the glasses and red hair.
Right, right.
That's the one I'm talking about.
The redhead.
Yeah. But that listening to that, it's so elementary school. Like
Hmm.
it's her opinion. And the thing about it is people can tell black folks to stop thinking about slavery and slavery wasn't all that. But then when you mention something like that, then everybody wanna burn the house down and suspend people. And she was stating what she felt. That was her opinion about it. And I don't see, and I'm not just saying this because I'm a black person. I don't see where she was wrong and
Right.
what she said was incorrect. I don't see it.
I mean, and what's the name of the show? The View. That was her
Right,
view.
right.
You know what I mean? So hey.
Then everybody wants to attack her in
Hmm.
so many ways. And then the statement about giving her, it sounds to me like they treating her like a child.
Well, the
Yeah.
thing about it, as the other ex co-host Megan, what she said, it all depended on who said it. She said it
Mhm.
without saying it, but it depended on who said it. Because
Right,
apparently, if Whoopi didn't say it and somebody else said it, it probably would have been accepted.
right, right. Absolutely, absolutely.
If one of the other co-hosts on there had said it, it would have been different. Megan said
Because
it.
they were white. If
Hmm.
one of the white persons would have said it, they wouldn't have took it like that.
Right.
They would have just, like you said, it would have been their view, their opinion.
Hmm.
Well, this isn't the first time Whoopi has faced backlash. If you recall, 30 years ago, when she and Ted Danson was dating, and he decided to go as blackface to one of them events. She caught more hell than Ted Danson, and he went as blackface. And
Hmm.
the crazy thing was, I didn't understand. Like I think black people was upset at Whoopi because she was like, hey, look, you can't let you got this white guy that you dating do blackface, but white people was acted as if though they were offended by the blackface. I think they really upset about Ted Danson being with someone that looked that was Whoopi, but Whoopi's appearance. Whoopi isn't a Holly Berry. Whoopi isn't a Stacey Dash. Whoopi is like she played The Color Purple, but she looked like she's from The Color Purple. Like that movie was made for you, and I think they had a problem with that.
Yep.
With her appearance, not just Whoopi, but her appearance. So she's familiar with backlash. Like you guys said, my issue is, like you said, the show was called The View, and she gave her opinion. And just like everybody on there gave their opinion about something. I'm like this. If anybody do their research and do their homework when it comes to the Holocaust and Hitler's motives, some of Hitler's motives behind what he did. People say it was race. I to this day I don't understand how white on white is a race issue. It's called genocide. It's called genocide. But at the same time, there were other reasons why Hitler attacked the Jewish community. And I don't agree with it. I don't agree with none of what he did. But he had a problem with how they were controlling the economy, how they was restructuring economically. You know what I'm saying? That was his whole issue. He saw what they were doing. And the whole, the blue-eyed, brown hair, that was the perfect human, that was, another thing. Hitler was a nut. But at the same time, he had a problem with how the Jewish community was taking over, trying to take over the economy back then, what they were trying to put in place. And if you take a look at today, you can't go anywhere or buy anything without coming across somebody who's Jewish owning large amounts of property. You take a look at Baltimore City. We have property in Baltimore City that are abandoned, run down, vacant, and Jewish people own it. They bought those houses and they're sitting on it. They're sitting on those houses.
Mm-hmm.
They're not trying to sell them anytime soon. And they're just constantly buying property. Okay. And that's how they gain, their leverage as far as the economy. You take a look at you go to Florida, they own everything, man. They own everything in Florida. They own everything everywhere down there. And Hitler, that's why he was doing. It was one of the reasons why he did what he did. Now, I don't agree with it. Do your homework, do your research, you'll see that's why he did some of the things. Now, to say it was racial, motivated by race, I don't see that. I don't see that, and I'm gonna tell you why I don't see that. Because no one say black on black crime is race motivated.
They don't.
I don't hear any white people saying that.
No.
So you can't say it for your people and not for our people, and that's always the problem. White people. I hate to say that. Let me say this: not all, but some. When they feel as if though they can make a black person look bad or try to make them look, like guilt them into an apology. First of all, Whoopi shouldn't apologize. Whoopi has more than enough money. She should have told them to kiss her naturally black ass and left the View. And I'm gonna tell you, the View is nothing without Whoopi.
Right. Because her whole fan base would have gone with her.
She can go and do her own show.
Yeah.
Yes.
And be fine.
Or join
And be fine.
Gvtv and say what the hell she wants.
Yeah, exactly. They'll love to have her.
So Whoopi, if you're watching, you're welcome to come here, baby.
And you can say whatever you want, and we won't suspend you for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or whatever you want.
Because everything you say does in line with our show. So
Not at all. And I'm gonna tell you, it's you notice whenever one of our people, whenever someone of color is put in a position like this, you don't see other people of color with power stepping up and saying, "Hey, look, you don't have to do." I take that back. There's only been one person that steps up every time and say, "You don't have to deal with that. Let's get together and build something." Master P always do that. Percy Miller always do that. But nobody else do it. Like, I would have loved to see Oprah say, "Hey, Whoopi, come to the old network, fuck them, and I got you." I would have loved to see Oprah do something like that.
Even Tyler Perry.
Even Tyler Perry. But I'm gonna tell you what the fear is. For all the money they have, them motherfucking there's somebody Jewish who cut their check.
Exactly. And that's what I was thinking when you were talking. Like, they're not going to do it because it's somebody Jewish backing them.
Yeah. And somebody Jewish cutting their check. So, what we said, I don't have a problem with it. Keep going straight, dude. Yeah, so, I'm more so disappointed in the fact that Whoopi is what, 60? She in her 60s? She has established herself. She has won numerous awards. I would have loved for her to say, "You know what? I'm good. I don't have to do this. I can do my own podcast and be perfectly fine."
Yep.
Fuck you.
Yep.
You hurt their pockets. You hurt their pockets, man. You know what I'm saying? People tune in to watch Whoopi because Whoopi jump on everybody's shit. Whoopi ain't someone who just go after a certain group of people. You know what I mean? Whoopi jump on everybody's shit. So, I would have loved to see her say fuck him.
Did you see the apology? Like, it didn't even seem like that was her. I mean, I knew it was, but it was just like, nah, I just felt like you shouldn't even be in there. I mean, be there apologizing for anything because she did a public apology, and I was just like, you don't have to. You really don't.
You don't.
It was probably written by the people who she apologizing to. They probably tell her, "Look, you need to go read this on air," and she had to read what they gave her.
Right, but see, sometimes you can't stand up for that kind of stuff. If you believe in what you believe in, firmly believe, then that's where you gotta go. Go with. Like you said, she already have established herself. She already have money. If she leave there, she's taking a lot of people with her that probably agreed with her, that was in the audience, that was watching. So the thing about it is she didn't have to make anything. You know, I don't know why she did it, but she did. But I don't think that she did. I don't think she had to apologize for nothing. This is the thing. A lot of people don't do their homework. They don't do their facts. We go off of what we see and what somebody tell us, and we don't want to study. So then when somebody says something that we're not familiar with, because we used to go along to get along with everybody say, it's offensive. But if you do your research, like RL said, if you study, if you go back and look at the history of Hitler and everything that went on, you would know that she was on point.
Right. There's a lot. There is a lot of research and homework that needs to be explored when it comes to not just the Holocaust, but slavery as well. And it needs research as far. I mean, when people call people Uncle Toms, I think that shit is so funny because Uncle Tom is actually one of our black ancestral heroes. But people use the word Uncle Tom to describe somebody as a fake black. You know, the word nigger is a royal term of endearment. It is to talk about somebody as far as a king or a queen and royalty, and the place on the map. It, you know, everybody say, "Oh, it's Niger." It is not pronounced Niger. Nigger is spelled Niger. The white race added an extra G to you know, insult us to make it the word that it is today. And a lot of people don't know that. You know, a lot of people don't. Right, exactly. Uncle Tom wasn't a sellout. A lot of people don't know that. You know what I'm saying? People, like I said, they go with what they learned in the classroom, and and some people, they stop right there. But if you do your research, you do your homework on these individuals, you know, if you pay attention, they don't even have like world history like they used to. They don't talk about Hitler like that no more. And if you pay attention, ever since King movie came out, they don't talk about Dr. King in schools like that anymore. You know what I'm saying? Malcolm X had a tremendous push in the 90s when his movie came out. And then all of a sudden that Malcolm X died down. And you had to do your own homework and research. It's like, well, you niggas, we gave y'all the movie, fuck you. We ain't gonna speak about him. We're done. But they'll talk about Rosa Parks.
Right. But that's why education have to also come when you have smaller children. Education have to come also in the home, because you can't always just let the school teach them about who they are, where they come from, anything like that. Because Black history, like when we had to do reports, it was about the same people. You know, they taught us about the same individuals. And then, you know, when I got older and I started reading and all these other people and all these great Black people and all these inventors, you know, that I didn't even know about because they kept it in such a small box, you know. So we gotta, you know, put that in front of our children, you know, and tell them like, hey, we have Black people that did so much great things, and you might not never learn it in school. You know, like I think I said a while ago, like one of the coworkers, and he's older than me, he didn't even know about Emmett Till, and he went to a really good school, and I was shocked. Like I was totally shocked, and he did not know about Emmett Till. I thought he was joking. He was like, "No, I'm serious." Who is he? Wow. So I had to pull him up and show him like what Emmett Till, what he went through and everything. And he went to city. So you telling me in city they wasn't teaching you about Emmett Till?
No, let me tell you something. I learned about Emmett Till on my own. I didn't get it in elementary school. I didn't get it in middle school, and I didn't get it in no, I'm lying. But it wasn't like a test. It wasn't like a course we were studying. I did not get Emmett Till in high school. I got it because I was, you know, being, you know, reading and watching TV, and it came up. No one taught me that in high school. You know,
don't they have something on Netflix now?
Hulu. But this is why, like in my household, I guess because my mom used to study. She was a reader. Like my mother was an advocate reader, and she used to study under Noble Drew Ali and all them kind of guys. So maybe this is why I learned it when I was young, because my mother told me about great Black people. You know, she was one of the people that, you know, she wanted her children to know, even though we live in a certain kind of world, but we have great Black people out here. So maybe that's why I knew about slavery and a lot of things that went on from. I had a grandfather who was born in 1912. So he kind of experienced that stuff, and he, you know, he sat down and talked to me about his experience with slavery. You know, so maybe that's why it was a shocker to me, because I can't in my leg.
Shout out to Forbes, Garrison, Paul, you see y'all on there.
What's up, Marvin? What's up, Marvin?
Mikey and the Honey Buns are on there too.
But yeah, you know, and another thing, I'm gonna tell you what's crazy. Another thing is, I remember because I was one of the people too. I'm like, yeah, they gave us February, the shortest month of the year, for Black History Month, blah 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 blah. They didn't give us February because it was the shortest month of the year. They gave it. It was given. It was February was made Black History Month in honor of Frederick Douglass.
Because it was a week at first, right?
Yeah. They gave it to us. They made it in honor of Frederick Douglass. And I felt so stupid. You know, I mean, just like anybody, I think if you do your homework research, I felt so stupid because I was one of the people like, man, they gave us the 27 day. Why we need 31 too? Like 4 fucking extra days is gonna make a difference, you know, and out here for real for Black History Month. But it was to honor Frederick Douglass. You know, there's a lot of research and a lot of homework that needs to be done by every race. You know, not just white or Black or Asian or Hispanic, but by every race. Because there's a lot that is not being taught that need to be taught because it's the truth. It's the freaking truth.
Right. Yeah.
You know? It is the freaking, and it's with everything. Religion especially. You know, you got so many different misconceptions about religion. Christianity, Islam, especially Islamic. And that's, if people do their homework with that, man, it will blow your mind. Mm-hmm. You know, with that one. You know, and you'll see that they're really, outside of a few things here and there, everything comes from the same origin. It's just that you had disciples branch off, and you know, you interpret things how you interpret it. You pretty much the message is the same. You know, it's just that it was being interpreted differently and being taught differently. You know, but you got to do your homework and do it for yourself and do the research, and you'll see.
But that's the thing, people don't want to educate themselves. You know, even in Islam, even the minister says, Mr. Farhan tell us, even though he's teaching us from the Quran and the Bible and teaching us stuff, you still need to go out and study. And you just don't study your so-called religion. You study everything. You study the Bible, you study the Torah, you study the Quran. You study everything because that's how you educate yourself. When you put yourself in one box. And that's why a lot of times I tell people it's not about the religion for me. I'm more spiritual than religion. You know, we get caught up in the religion and the name. And Islam is just the name that says it's really one who submits to the will of God. And if you put Islam and Christianity and you go study, you look up both of them, they practically mean the same thing. So we get caught up in, you know, Lord Jesus, what just happened? Oh, we just get caught up in all these titles and names. And it's okay and it's fine. But my thing is, we all striving for the same purpose. And that's one, to have a relationship with the person, the creator of Earth. And once we get all these titles out of our head, we probably be better. Once we come together to do what we need to do for the work of God, we will be better people. But we too busy saying, well, I'm Christian, I'm Muslim, I'm atheist, I'm this. Okay. You know, I say I'm Muslim all day because I understand what it means. But like I said, I'm more spiritual, so I live with I deal with the spiritual side of everything. You know, I came from the Christian world, so I know And it's not about a difference outside of the stuff that the white people have taught us in Christianity. Because like I was
No.
talking to someone today, I said, it's nothing wrong with Christianity. It's the way it was taught to Black folk, how we got it. Once we get the right root of Christianity, then when we understand, when we take all the foolishness out of Christianity, we will really understand who we are as people. But because we were taught here in America, the Black man in America, the Black woman in America was taught through the white man's eyes, then that's when the problem comes in.
Absolutely. And I'm gonna jump in on that because I'm glad you brought that up. Because, you know, a lot of I go back and forth with Christianity started in Egypt. And when we came over here, all our stuff came over here, but it's been coming over here. It's not like the first thing people say, oh, you know, they came and made us slaves. They've been doing trades in Africa. It's not like they got the Africans like, oh shit, some niggas, let's get them. That ain't how that shit went down. They were familiar with the people. They was trading. Okay? Now, they took Christianity, and I hate to say it, they destroyed the discipline of Christianity. White people. Hate to say it, but it's true. And if you take a look in this country, the difference between Christianity, Islam, and let's say, for instance, Jehovah's Witness, it's the action in your worship action. You had Jehovah's Witnesses, they'll knock on your door, you know, send people out, knock on your door, whatever time throughout the week. You'll see Muslim brothers, because I ain't never seen no sisters out there, you know, with the newspaper and bean pies, spreading the word, trying to pass on knowledge. You don't see no damn Christians outside doing none of that shit.
Yeah, and the crazy part is that all religions, what you preach, peace, love, you know, and that's what, you know, a lot of people lose. They look at Islam and they see the bad side of it because that's what you had a handful of Islamic people that took Islam and created it. But Islam is all about peace. It's all about peace. It's all about love. It's all about humility. It's you know, and if you don't study and you just look at what's going on in the world with the media and the bad people that took it into terrorism and all that kinds of crazy stuff, that's what you think Islam is. But it's not.
But look at this. The bottom line is every religion has radicals. That's the point. Mm-hmm. It's just that they make Islam and Muslims look the worst. But if you look at every religion has radicals. So, but we don't want to say that because we want the Muslims to look at it. But like, if you study and understand the truth, then you would say, okay, I get it. You know, I really get it. I see where they're going. You know, but the truth is the truth. But I ain't gonna say nobody. People don't like to educate themselves. Right. And or I'm saying, everybody should educate themselves about everything. Mm-hmm. Not just black folks, just not white folks. Everybody.
I feel like you cannot criticize something if you have not studied it.
Exactly.
Absolutely. And that's not to let people off the hook. You gotta. Everybody's relationship with God is different, and it's your own. Okay, but it's not to let people off the hook because people tend to they don't want to actually commit to having faith, believing. Being able to say a name. You got people say, oh no, what they say, no, I don't go to church, but you know, I believe in a higher power, you know, and it always catches me. I'm like, you know, what are you saying? You know what I'm saying? You know, they don't want to educate themselves. At the same time, they don't want to kind of make it less than anything than anybody. Like, oh no, you know, no, I believe, but I'm not going to educate myself. You know, I ain't saying people that go to church are more educated than anybody. I ain't saying people that go to church or to a place of worship is, you know, guaranteed a spot next to God when it comes time to eat dinner or breakfast. I ain't saying that. But, you know, for those out there, you got to commit to something. You can't be half in and half out. You know what I'm saying? You got to have some kind of faith, some belief factor, too. I have too many debates with people who are, they won't call him by his name, And I mean, it trips me out. You got to make a decision in your life, because I promise you, a decision will be made on your life, your last day of your life. So get your shit right, man. If you need to find God, you better find him, because best believe the Grim Reaper's gonna find your ass. So,
but you know what's funny? When people on their deathbed, that's the first thing they call out for is God.
Mm-hmm.
Even the people that say they don't believe. I have people that say, I know a lot of people that say, I don't believe in God. I just believe in the universe and whatever. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. I don't, one thing about me, I don't argue with people that say certain things. That's how they feel. That's how they feel. But when we all on that deathbed, when something happens to us, we all calling on the same thing.
You damn right, because you at the end, and no matter, all of a sudden, it do matter if there's a hell or not. Ain't that something? It does matter. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it do matter. You know what I'm saying? I had a homeboy who was an atheist in the Marine Corps. Okay, he was on a forklift. Didn't believe in God. Didn't believe in God. He was on a forklift, and he was going down a ramp outside, and the forklift tipped over off the ramp about 6 feet. Somehow his leg got pinned between the ground and the forklift. And he kept calling, oh God, Jesus. And I'm that asshole.
What did you say?
I said, Booms, I thought you was an atheist. And he said, Lindsay, go ahead. I ain't got time for this. He was in so much pain. But that was the first thing I thought to say. What's going on? But
so what they say when they having sex?
And that shit don't count, I guess. That shit don't count, man. I guess that shit don't count. But yeah,
but this is why people don't want to people don't like to talk about religion and politics. But I feel like long as you respect each other, and long as you respect each other's opinions, because one thing I have learned, and I'm just a true believer because it happened to me before I became into Islam, registered into the Nation of Islam. I used to come out to the mosque for years, and people thought I was a registered Muslim. No, I was just there for a long time. And the sisters would be like, come on, Sister Vanya, what are you waiting on? And I always believe that whatever you're doing in religion, you got to wait till God move you to be there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm telling you, I woke up one morning and I was like, what am I doing? I love Islam. I love how it changed my life. I love how it made me a better person, a better woman, made me, understand better. What am I waiting on? And I knew that was God telling me. And I think I was going through my for 5-6 years before I did that. So that's why a friend of mine said that I tried to try to make her believe in God because she's an atheist. I said, no, I just talk on what I believe in. And if any change comes, that's the power of God. God is just using me. And sometimes you don't even know that God is using you. You're just talking. You're having a conversation. And you don't even know that God is looking for you to touch somebody else, whatever that is. That's why I don't get stuff in these names. I just don't. Because I can say this. We don't know who God angels are. Whether in Islam, Christianity, Jehovah's Witness, whoever. We don't know who God angels are until you come in touch with them. So that's why I said, yes, I am a Muslim. I call myself a Muslim, but I love the spirituality of life before I put the religion over top of it. Because religion can mess everything up when we try to fight against each other. We don't fight against the spirituality of it. We fight against the religion because we always want to be better. But we're not. We all striving for the same thing.
But see, well, I'm not disagreeing with you. But if I did disagree with you, I can peacefully and respectfully say, "Oh, that's just her opinion." And that's what didn't happen to Whoopi. You know what I'm saying? Right. That didn't happen to people that she's on a panel with every day. Well, 5 days a week for however many years. It wasn't afforded to her, and it wasn't afforded to her because she's black. It wasn't afforded to her because she's black, and not only her being a black, she's a female, and she's the most popular one on the show. I don't care who's sitting in that middle. You know what I'm saying? Whoopi Goldberg is the most popular, had the most success in Hollywood. And out of all those other ladies, and it's just one of them things that I'm really getting tired of seeing in this country, is that this country has put a target on our queens.
Say that again.
They are scared of independent, strong-willed, strong-mind black woman. They're scared of them, and if they get a chance to take some shots at them, like this right here, really wasn't. I mean, it should have been maybe newsworthy for a week. She shouldn't have got suspended, and then have the people say, "I hope she just educate herself." And that's for what? She ain't gonna educate herself. That's fine. Go ahead, read more on it, and come back and then tell them, "Oh, well, Hitler X, Y, and Z for the Jews too." Bring Dr. Umar on that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Let other people come on. Let my man the rapper KRS-One come on there and educate their asses on all of that.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You have the crazy thing is, just like you have black people who have that have not educated themselves on their ancestors, and white people famous for it. They haven't educated themselves on their ancestors, and they don't want to, because they know their history, they know their past is a violent one. So they don't want to go back. They don't want to go back so far. They want to stop at Woodstock. Like, ain't shit happened before fucking Woodstock.
Right.
They need to educate themselves properly before you come for somebody else, especially somebody of color. And well, I don't want to see her fired, but I think a suspension and some time to think. Like you said, man, who the fuck he putting on timeout? Like,
right.
Like, come on now.
They shouldn't even want her to go get more education, because she might come back and blow them out the water.
And that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that our educated brothers and sisters reach out to Whoopi and sit down and take the time and say, "Hey, look, here are these books. Let me talk to you about this. This is what happened back then. These are the individuals," and start giving them names and start giving them texts. You know what I'm saying? That she can look up and be like, "Oh my goodness," because you can Google all this shit and shit right there now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then when she come back on that show, be like, "You know what? I take that apology back, you motherfuckers. You know what y'all did in 1736? Let me tell you what y'all ancestors did." And just read them up and down. "Oh, by the way, this is what went on during the Holocaust as well." Because they got the Holocaust over in D.C., and I remember going as a kid because they took us. And one of them, see, if you get caught up in the act of the Holocaust, you ain't going to pay attention to behind the scenes before it started, and like I said, the motors. You see that big ass oven, and you're like, "Oh shit!" And then you see that big ass ditch with all them bodies, and then the Anne Frank, and then you just, "Oh my God, the Germans did! Oh my God!" I always sat back and I said, "Damn, they paid all those Jewish people. First of all, America, the United States gave them all that money. Where the fuck we give them money? That happened all the way over there. We gave them hundreds of millions of dollars to start over for some shit that happened overseas. Slavery happened right here in goddamn the United States.
It's America, come on.
And we ain't get shit. Still ain't got shit.
And I still ain't get my stimulus.
Yeah,
I didn't get a stimulus check.
I ain't get one either. Like, it's just so much, man. When you talk about America, it is so much bullshit with America. You sit here and be like, "Well, I saw a commercial, and I think I told Regan about it. I said, "Man, did you see that commercial about homeless Jewish people? For $25 a month, you can help a homeless Jewish family." I said, "Are you fucking with me?"
You know what? I'm done.
I'm dead ass serious. It was on TV at work.
So homelessness only starts with the Jewish.
All these homeless black people out here, and we didn't get a commercial yet.
No, but what was they giving the kids and the families in Ethiopia? For 3 cents a day, you can feed this starving boy.
Right.
Oh, you giving them $25. When you gonna stop giving them money and give us some? That's real talk. That's real talk.
Yeah, that's crazy. And when people sit and say that racism is not it's dead, I think y'all living in a bubble. Y'all living in a bubble.
Racism now comes with a big check, and people will ignore it because of the zeros behind that dollar sign.
Mm-hmm.
The scary part is a lot of people out there who are racist and they don't even know it.
Oh yeah. They don't know it. They don't know it because it's a way of life.
Right.
One of our people that we work with, I won't say what title that they was, but they work for the police department, and they would come and talk to me and another officer all the time when they did their little walk around. And I don't know how we got on the conversation about racism, but he was a Caucasian man, and he said he never experienced racism in the police department. And I was like, I don't believe that. Now you might not have been a part of it, but I know you've seen it. I know you've seen it.
I'm telling you, you should have asked him, was he working in Mayberry?
He must have been.
You should have asked him. You know, he saw it. He saw it. He didn't want to see it. You know, he didn't want to see it. He saw it. They all see it.
No. If you live in that type of lifestyle, though, you tend to not see it because it's your norm.
Yeah.
And people are like, what? You're seriously? This is considered racist? It's not. This is how it's supposed to. You know what I mean? People just blind to the whole thing because that's where they're born and bred. They grew like that. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah. So that's probably why he never saw it, because that's his lifestyle. That's how he lives. You know what I mean?
It's natural. It's natural. It's right.
And
it's as natural as putting on your pants in the morning.
Yep. And you can't really hold it against him because it's what he was taught as a kid growing up, and his forefathers, his mother, his father, everybody. It was a normal thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It
happens like that. I've met plenty people that never knew or never looked at it from that angle, and it was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, I never saw it from that angle. You know what I mean? And it's one of those things.
So do you think that if we put a whole bunch of white people in a room and watch them, I'm not talking about watching Bruce, because see, Bruce was the soft spot. Bruce didn't even touch on anything. Ruth was just like, okay, it educated us a little bit. And then, you know, but if we put them in the room and show them pictures of them cutting black women, babies out of their stomach as they hung them from trees and cutting them, you know, all that kind of, and stomp on the fetus and laugh and think it was joke, like it was funny. If we put them in a room and show them that, you think that they would really get it?
Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you what they would get. They still wouldn't get it because the fear of walking out that room and running into a black person and know you was in there watching that would be greater than getting it. See, that's their problem. They can care. If they don't get it, they don't want to get it. What they say, that was the past. The fear of us knowing. That's why educating yourself is so important. The fear of us knowing.
Right.
It's what scared the shit out of them. When they know that you know, they walk different. They talk different. They move different. They operate different. Fuck, they'll transfer departments to get the fuck away from you if they know that you know what they don't want you to know. You know what I'm saying? No, because that right there was a sadistic behavior. That was inhuman. You cutting women up, cutting their babies out their stomach. You feeding babies to alligators. You're stepping on it. You're crushing their skulls. You're hanging them. I mean, come. Are you serious? Are you serious? But they would want to condemn black people today on the violence in this country when it was taught to us.
Come on, talk about that.
It was taught to us.
Right.
Somebody say, I get it if you say, well, RL, that's your opinion. It's a very fucking strong opinion.
No, that's a fact. I'm sorry. I'm gonna take the opinion back from you. That's actual fact. They was the one that oppressed violence on us to control us. So why do you not think that as we grow and generation, that's instilled in us? You know, I have learned that, you know, I know when we grow up, black mothers and black families, we discipline our child with the belt. But one day I stepped back and I said, you know what? I'm not going to do that, because this is how it was in slavery. They tied our people to trees to get them to submit to them on their foolishness. So I'm using a belt to discipline my child to submit to me. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. I'm gonna learn how to enforce that in a different way and get the same result. We think, you know, and that's where the abuse is. That's where we get the fine line to the abuse and all that. I mean, I get it. They want to put us in line, but
they don't do it to their kids.
And right, and they don't. They don't. You're absolutely right.
Because it's brutal. They know it's brutal, but it was okay to be done on us.
It's inhumane. It's inhumane.
The crazy part is they act like they don't understand or they don't get it. They don't see how this has affected us throughout the generations. They need to take a step back and be like, where did this sense of entitlement come from? From slavery. And it has affected your people for generations, because every white person I know that started off white,
I know, I see the
has
picture,
some kind of sense of entitlement. And I tell people, I said, man, look, I went to private school from elementary, from pre-K 4 to the 8th grade. And every young white kid I ever hung out with, and I mean, I'm good friends with them to this day. They had an attitude and a sense of entitlement. Like they could do no wrong, like this was mine, I can get this, I can be president, I'm going to be rich, Ramon, you're going to work in my yard, that type of mentality type of shit. No, I'm not lying. And I'm happy that a lot of my friends from my elementary, middle school days, they grew up to be great human beings, but I have a few that continue that same fucking entitlement trend. And I tell my mother all the time, you know, if I see this one kid, I ain't gonna say his name, come from the street, I'm gonna let this shit go. But if I see this one kid, I'm still gonna whoop his ass. I just won't say his name. I'm gonna whoop his ass. We made my life hell. I'm gonna beat the shit out of him. At 43 years old, I am going to beat the shit out of him.
Man, you might be old, rusty,
you know what, Ramon? One of the craziest places I think I've met and saw racism and people who didn't understand racism and stuff like that, boot camp. When I went into boot camp, oh my God, there was so many white bread little fellas in there that didn't know what was going on. But you had to learn. The only one color was in the military, and that was OD Green, and that was it. We had a lot of racist, incidents that occurred. And when you went in front of that drill sergeant, that's what he told you. Only one color we see here, Private, and that was OD Green.
Yeah.
Your new battle buddy was a black man.
That is so true. In boot camp, I came across, his name is DeBrew. DeBrew is a friend on Facebook, and he's a really good dude. He always reaches out, I talk to him. And DeBrew, no clue as to what racism was.
Right.
No clue. This is a white guy. He looked white. Like, when I saw him, I thought he was racist. I thought he was part of the Klan. He looked like he could be part of it. But he had no idea what racism was. No, he had no idea what racism was. And then we had a dude in there. And the funny thing was, this white guy, he was racist as hell, and his last name was Black. This shit was funny as hell. Funny as hell. He could not stand being in there with us. And after 3 days, he went to go see the chaplain, and he said some outlandish shit to the chaplain. Do you know they flew his ass off out of South Carolina that night?
Wow. Mr. Tran had something good to say.
What did she say?
Let me try to pop it back on it. Don't even get me started on how black women are treated in the armed forces. Yep.
Yeah, black women are treated awful in the military. You know, man, I have a friend, and she's not watching tonight. Her name is Maria. She's from Sierra Leone. She's a gorgeous dark skin. Love this sister. She got in trouble for something real petty. It was something petty. Man, they tried to put her up on charges. And I couldn't. I mean, at the time, in the military, they tell you when you get in trouble, this is what's going to happen. It's going to happen. But as we got older and I got out, and I thought about it, I said they was actually going to bring charges up on. They was trying to,
kick her out, take away her benefits. What the hell happened to him?
First of all, where you driving from Mars? Because he's been driving for a long time.
Wait, he'll pop on in a second.
Well, I'm glad you did, Mr. Tran. I'm glad you did. Because the military is not, I'm going to tell you this, and it's just my opinion. The military is not for us. Let them go fight their own wars. Let them fight their own wars. When they're fighting their wars, we don't even know what we over there fighting.
Right. What you do, man?
Every time they lying to us anyway, telling them, something else, and we think we over there fighting for our country, we over there fighting for something else.
Yep.
It's always money. It's always money, oil. For Vietnam and all them places, it was drugs.
And it's like, why do I want to lose my child to that? I'm sitting over there, I'm really fighting for my country, but my child
they make it look good. We'll give you education money. We'll give you this. We'll let you travel the world. We'll get you out the hood. We'll get you away from
you take like 99.
Right, and they do that, but then some of our brothers and sisters come home and then they have problems and issues that they can't function, in society. And then they don't even try to give them help.
They come back with mental issues. And
then they don't have nothing for them. And then the resources that they have don't really help them.
Mm-hmm. No, not at all. And that's the thing. That is the thing. The stuff that they do for vets that have been affected by war, it's not enough. There's no way in hell you go over there and you don't come back with your right frame of mind, and then you go down to the VA and they make you wait. And if you're somebody that you can see you're not in your right mind, then they kind of put you in this section where we'll get to him. He's a special case, and they don't fucking help you. You should when you come home and you're a vet, they should fucking have a house for you, and they should have some money in your account. See, and that's the thing a lot of people don't talk about in this country is Saudi Arabia. Yeah, they got their issues, but when you come of age, when you graduate high school, you got to do, I think, at least 1 year in the military, 1 or 2 years, right? You go to school, whatever. When you get married, they give you a house and they give you money in your bank account. The government takes care of you. They don't want to see homeless, struggling. You might not be rich, but damn it, we giving you a house. This country, we have so many houses that are abandoned and vacant. Exactly. And these whores in Baltimore City talking about, because they got Dollar Day coming up. Like, you won't let me buy this house for $1, but how long are you going to give me to renovate it? It's going to need about $80,000 to $90,000 worth of work. I'm going to buy this house. Do you have someone who's going to loan me $100,000 with a decent interest rate on it so I can build this house up and do something with it? Hell no. But you know who's going to buy those houses for $1? Jewish people.
Yep.
So they won't be homeless?
Because that's what they do. That's what they do.
So they won't be homeless?
So they won't. I saw the commercial. I refuse to believe there's a homeless Jew out there. I think they was all actors.
Where?
But you got they giving it to the homeless Jewish people, but you got so many homeless veterans though. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Yeah. I've never seen a homeless Jewish person. I've never seen a homeless Amish person. You know what I mean? Like, it's some things that just don't exist in America. And they had a whole commercial about $25 a month could feed this Jewish family. I'm like, what? 25?
I'm sorry to laugh, but that sounds real crazy.
I could not believe it. I was offended. Man. I was offended by it.
What's the name? You making me dizzy.
Keep spinning
switching the things. I'm getting dizzy. I don't know where to look. But yeah, that's insane. That is insane. And that's how you know they think of us as Black Americans. They put us at the low. We might as well be scum on their foot. That's it.
Yeah. You know, it is what it is.
Say, this was a great topic, but we just went past our time, folks.
We did. You know, because it's Black History Month, man. I'm riled up, man. Whoopi, I'm here for you, Whoopi. I mean, I know I crack on you, and I ain't gonna lie, you are you ain't the most attractive woman in the world, but I stand with you on this. She wasn't wrong. She said nothing wrong, and I urge people to do your education.
Yeah,
I think they're just mad at her because she took Ted Danson off the market for a while. That's the bottom line.
Nobody want old Teddy.
Yeah, ain't nobody want Ted Danson. You know, he needed her. You know what I'm saying? If you think about, you know, they did that movie together, but Whoopi was already doing movies. Ted Danson had a string of movies. He had Cheers. He had a string of movies that was some shit. I think the one movie that everybody wanted to see, it was called Cousins, and it's about him falling in love with like his second cousin or some dumb shit. And then he had the movie Dad, when his dad had Alzheimer's. Like Ted Danson had a string of horrible movies. He got with Whoopi. I guess he was just trying to, you know, get something from it, and he didn't. You know,
the best thing Ted did for me was Cheers. That was it.
But he wasn't the most popular person on Cheers, because every time Cheers started, what did you hear? Norm.
My man Norm.
Norm was the most popular guy on there.
Yep.
Everybody knew Norm.
That's right.
And what you call would be Norman? I was like, she always gotta be right. Girl, sit down. Norman.
Right. But I'm gonna switch it up a bit, because I saw this clip earlier. I wanted to share with you guys with Snoop and Kevin Hart. So I'm gonna just drop this clip real quick. We can discuss a little bit about it.
Cause I'm an island boy and I've been trying to make. Oh, I'm an island boy. I'm a just island boy. I'm a just island boy. I'ma get key white wine. You're gonna keep that gun. I'll be just staring at the sun. I'm just full gazing. I'm like, pool where I'm staying. I'm an island boy. Put my vest on, yeah, like a wagwan man. Try to make it to the top. I'm an island boy. I've been trying to make it. I ain't seen it with the gang slang. You ain't
gang. They got to use that word. I'm speechless. Two goofballs in the pool.
You know why I'm not speechless?
Why?
Because I'm an island. I'm an island boy. I'm an island boy. What is happening?
I don't know and ain't trying to understand it.
Damn it.
What's understood don't need to be explained. And I don't want to understand it.
I'll tell you what does need to be explained.
What?
How I became an island boy and they,
knock it off, man.
Man, ain't it crazy? They hate us so much, but they want everything about us.
Yep.
Absolutely.
They want everything about us. You know, they want our music, they want our swag, they want our clothes, they want our stars. They want our, you know what I'm saying? They want our words. Yeah, they
want us, period.
They want us, period.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so many of them can't think.
I'm gonna come next week with that hairstyle. I'm gonna be an island girl. I'm gonna have that hairstyle.
You're gonna be an island girl. It is so sad. But she said, even if you in a Benz, you're still a nigga in a coupe. Kanye was actually on this. Absolutely, yeah. That's right. That's when Kanye was with us.
No, let's not go into Kanye tonight. That's a whole nother topic.
Yeah, Kanye, that's when he was with us. That's when he was like, and leave your ass for a white girl. That's exactly what he did to his fiance. He said, bye, bitch. He said, did you see that Ray J and Kim? Yeah. I mean, I'm gone. I need a bitch like that. I'm gonna get her. And he got her.
And I haven't seen that thing yet, and don't want to see it, but I haven't seen it.
It's not good. It's not as good as I'm gonna tell you that motherfucking Desperate Housewives, Nene Leakes or whatever. When that motherfucking brought the shower curtain down, man, that shit was fucking funny, man. That was fucking fun. But he was, yeah, she was. Then you can tell they playing that their video. They playing that. You know what I'm saying? Because that sex was just he was putting in his best work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But he wasn't
fucking
fucking up.
That wasn't
Yeah,
me. Don't.
Yeah,
don't.
Who was that?
Never came down though.
Who was that?
I can't remember her name, but that wasn't Nene. Her name
It wasn't Nene.
No, that wasn't
Because
Nene.
Well, she was thick as a motherfucker. She looked like a Nene. So hey, so
But
we passed the time.
that young lady dating women now, so don't even matter.
She doing what?
She dating women now, so don't even.
Well, even his best work wasn't the best work. God,
yeah, she went on and got herself a girl.
I told you, man. The pole the hole will always outlast the pole.
Yeah, that's all it is, man. That's all it is. But you know,
the hole will outlast the pole. All that work, all
pole,
you guys.
And then didn't your father say that? Your father said that, didn't he?
No, that was Vaughn.
Oh.
Look, Katisha said it's Mimi.
Yeah, her name is Mimi.
Mimi, yes. I know it was a Mimi type of situation.
Yeah, Nico.
Yeah, Nico fucked the shit out of her, man. He man, that shit was hilarious, man. You know, but you can tell that was staged though. That was just that was and they sold it. And I don't think they didn't get that much money. They didn't get nowhere near the money that most people get for stuff like that. They didn't get that much.
They should have just uploaded it to Pornhub.
That's what they should have done.
Yeah.
Pornhub got it. Pornhub have it now anyway, so
for free.
You know. But you know. But people, what y'all got good going on? What's happening?
Yeah, Savvy, what you got? I think Savvy got that event coming up.
Yeah, it's when is it? November 26th. Sneak Her. We are coming down to the final thing. You know, it's almost here. Tickets still on sale. Eventbrite. I had tickets if anybody wants them. We still looking for vendors. If anybody knows vendors, please send them to me. We need 10 vendors. So it's gonna be something. I just can't wait to see how everything that we have done we put together. So November the 26th, come out and support us.
I got a clip on this. I'm gonna just run the clip so they can see what we're talking about. This is what we talk about, folks.
I don't know what the hell you're doing.
Lord,
that's in the end of March, right? So,
yeah,
man, y'all look out for that. Make sure y'all come out and support. I'm gonna be there. I think I'm gonna wear a tuxedo and some Jordans.
Yeah,
that's right. The vibes gonna be in the house, y'all. So y'all need to come out and support.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I'm gonna wear a tux and some black and white Jordans.
Yeah, come on out, folks. We'll sign your sneakers.
Yeah, shit. You want
us writing on your shoes?
Man, $200 sneakers.
Anybody want us writing our names on nobody's shoes?
They be like, "Who's these people? And why are they messing up my sneakers?
Why are they writing on my damn shoes?" What's up, Mr. Little?
Nice hey, Mr. Mark.
Hey, Mark. What's happening, dog? So, hey, PRS1, what you got going on?
Not much. I mean, again, same thing, man. I got all the new soca stuff right here, Trinity Spice FM. And we're jamming all the good soca music. Jump on, you'll see what's going on. Who's this? Chris Matrix. God, ain't Trinidad. Hey, what's up? Glad to see my people from Trinidad watching. Yo, big up.
Don't Don't try to bring out that fucking accent now. We've been on here an hour and 20 minutes.
Look, man, I gotta represent. I gotta represent my people, all right?
You got to represent
According to my
the
boy
island.
Brandon, look, according to Brandon McLaren, don't get vexed.
Don't get that.
Don't get vexed.
Hour and 20 minutes.
Kenny's Price FM, you know, we got some new stuff. All the new 2022 Soca is on. I got some bad mixes from DJ Puffy. DJ Gel is always on there, you know, spinning and vibing. I'm gonna try to do some live stream stuff coming up soon, but it's still in the making. I gotta make it interesting. Let's see what else I got. Yeah, cuz I know it's you. Little's doing. Yeah, we're doing well too, Mr. Little.
Man, Mark is doing big things. I see you doing big things with that camera, man. I'm proud of you, bro. Keep it up.
Yeah.
Keep it up.
We're gonna hit you up for some work.
Right.
All right. Moan all on you.
Man, so I've been working on this new penis pill lately, right? So y'all be on the standby for that shit. But on the real, man, it's just about Gvtv this year. It's all about Gvtv this year, and that's about it, man. I'll get with y'all with some other stuff, but it's just about good vibes this year. We just trying to make sure we maintain our role and our focus, and support one another and just do our damn thing. We, you know, I ain't gonna say it like we said last week, but you know, you motherfuckers ain't subscribing. We say this shit every week. All y'all gotta do is hit that like button and subscribe on YouTube. And it's not really fucking that hard. You know, it doesn't cost you a motherfucking thing. Yeah. It doesn't cost you a motherfucking thing. And hit that like, subscribe, and share, you know. Or don't ask me about no motherfucking candy for your kids. Buy no fucking candy. I don't give a fuck about you until you help me out. Fuck your kids. And that's how I'm rolling in 2022. Don't ask me about no fucking
t-shirt, y'all. Fuck them kid t-shirt.
Yeah. Don't ask me about no motherfucking days off. Don't ask me when I can come by and help you move with furniture. Don't ask me about payroll adjustments. Fuck. I ain't doing none of that shit till you like, subscribe, and share.
Wait a minute. I can't get my retro if I would like and share. God dang. Y'all better go like and share. God,
fuck your kids and fuck your chick.
Y'all better go. Y'all ain't getting that money. Y'all better, Lord Jesus.
Oh yeah.
But can I make one more announcement before we go off? I forgot that I told the young lady that her client was on the show 2 weeks ago that she's having a wine and wisdom sip and paint February the 19th at 6 p.m. in Washington D.C. If anybody want to know, I'll put it in my story and put it on my page. And is it okay if I put it on our page?
Absolutely.
Okay, and I'll put it on the page if y'all want to see and go out.
Make them like and subscribe, sure.
Yeah, and like and subscribe. Cause I kick ass.
Cause what I got in? Cause I'm an island boy. Motherfucking man.
This one keep you in trouble. Keep you in trouble.
Man. Hey, so with that all being said, I want to thank y'all for tuning in once again. The third season. We love and appreciate you guys. Until next week, peace.